don't use that one.
Yeah, I put it on Moodle.
Oh, where is it? So, do you mind if I print from yours?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. That's like a shoe zone.
You'll also need some paint now. Cherry, could you get us just some like white paper or somebody from the cupboard? Anybody?
Behind.
What cupboard?
Just in the corner, there's like some shelf.
Does it matter what kind of paper, Anne?
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. Right, are we all listening? Guys, can everyone stop for a minute?
Oh, pigeons coming to see.
Is that in the film?
It's all right, no, it's all right. He's gone up there now.
Right, okay. So this is your block printing ink, as with all ink. First of all, it's messy. You might want to wear gloves. You might want to wear some rubber gloves.
Do you want some gloves?
No.
Is it oil based?
No, nothing in this place is oil based anymore because it's too, yeah. So, these are, I mean, they're pretty...
Doesn't mean it'll be easy to get off.
They're pretty icky, yeah, so that's a technical term. Right, then you're going to put some of your favourite colour ink onto the limestone block. Don't need too much. That's, again, another thing when you're printing. Don't put on too much ink, please, guys, because it's...
You've got to wash it all off again.
But it also turns it into blob, doesn't it?
And what you're going to do is you're going to spread the ink over the roller. So it's a different process to what we did before. Because it's block printing, you need to get an even coating of ink onto this. And we're not rubbing it into the gaps here, the little scratches or the cuts that have been made. So it's not intaglio, it's block, so we're doing the surface. So we want an even covering. Alex has always told me you should do it just in one direction to get an even coating because it keeps going round them. If you go backwards and forwards, you might end up with a bit there where you've not got the ink. It's quite sticky. I'm going to do that. Try to do it. It's just, it's a bit tacky. Okay. When you're happy you've covered it, what you do is very carefully, you just put a layer 3 or 4 times. I guess really, if you've done it properly, you probably could do it with one go, but let's cover it properly. Make sure you've covered the corners. That's the trickiest bit too. So we're going to print this without registering it. So it's just going to be a one-off print. Victoria can then, once I've done this, take this, rinse it off and reprint it herself as many times as she wants for her sketchbook. You could do graduated colour if you wanted. You could have 2 colours on there and mix them on the block so you've got a sunset effect. Tea sunrise, is it? Across there if you wanted that. So you could have 2 colours, you could play around. Just get loads of paper, just do loads of printing if you want to. Then we're going to work into these some more. So the first thing we'll do is we'll print them in yellow, but I'll redo that this afternoon. I think we'll just stick to this for now because I'll confuse you. Are you all with me so far? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right, so we're using the bed press rather than the rolling printing press. So somebody put their pressure on it. Okay. So what you need now is you print £100. Just some cheap paper or something, thank you. Okay, again, try and keep clean. This is not quite as bad as the other sort of printing. It's not quite as messy. I just need one sheet here, so a minute. I haven't looked at the height of this yet, so I might print it and then have to adjust the height of it. So what you're going to do is put your paper down on there. That's obviously a huge bit of paper for that print, so I'm just going to use part of it. Try not to touch the surface of the ink. Place it down carefully. Another sheet of paper over the top. So this is just to stop all of this ink going onto the bed here. Just seeing some wear and tear. This printing press was made in, can you read the date on it? 1848. That's how long the college has been here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is...
How old Alex is.
First thing, health and safety. What am I doing wrong, everybody?
Got your tape.
Your tape is on your neck.
You've got to shave your hair off.
If you've got long hair, tie goes, I don't know, it goes the opposite direction to the one that it doesn't go. It
Goes
seems a
the
bit
wrong
stiff.
way.
I can never ever do it the right way, so just...
Is it ever
Okay.
self-stopping thing, so you can't, like...
You've got short lips.
Right next door.
Silly.
We thought this, we actually did
They
think
didn't have
until
health
last
and safety
year,
when that was made.
we thought this was unbreakable, and then someone last year managed to break it. It was a slightly matter approach he adopted towards this bit. So when you wound it in, you need to do, you know if it's tight enough because it will feel quite difficult to put across. If you just go like that, it means it's not printed, and you probably need to add layers of newspaper to heighten it a little bit. So you need to be some pressure. This might be too high, and I might have to take a bit off of it. Okay, so you pull that across. You need to put your weight behind it. That's a little bit too high, but it should print. You can take a bit of some perspex under there.
Flexing your muscles.
Would you like to do the honours, Victoria? Where's she gone? Victoria,
I'm here.
do you want to take it off your print? It's the exciting bit.
Yeah, but I'll do that, you know.
It's not the exciting.
Okay. There you go. So I've not quite inked it up properly. So there's your print. Ta-da!
Oh no.
Victoria, you hold it. You made it.
No, you're the one that done it in the print.
You did the design. Ta-da!
Okay.
Excellent.